is that camera like off today?
Hmm?
Do you see that? Like the camera's like off.
Oh, kind of,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna sit like this.
I look good.
Yeah, you're all centered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Is mine on? Hello?
Hey guys, welcome to Are You Ready For It? Featuring Meg and Aaron. Today we're taking things a little bit different.
I'm Meg and this is Aaron.
Yep. Today we're doing things a little bit different. Instead of reviewing an entire album, I know Alice in Chains' Dirt was promised. Unfortunately, I did not do my homework. Instead, we're just going to review some of our favorite songs because we actually do have a lot of favorite songs in common, surprisingly.
Surprisingly.
So we're going to be going over some of those today. So how was your weekend? How was your week so far?
It's, good, I guess. I don't know.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah. Week was good. How was your week?
It's been all right. Had better, had worse.
Yeah. Same.
All right.
Actually, it was pretty good. My week was really good. I don't know. I'm lying. Yeah. It was good.
What'd you do?
No, like nothing, but it was just, it was just one of those weeks where it was just like I'm enjoying it.
Good.
I'm having
school year's almost over and it's almost time to go home.
Well, no.
Or to get out of here.
To get out of here. Also, I don't want to go home. Because I'm jobless and broke. And anyways, let's move on.
All right, so the first song I have up on the list is Piano Man.
Oh,
did
great
you look
song.
At this list?
What? I did.
List?
Yeah, I don't remember the order though.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Billy Joel.
Yeah.
This is his second album, Piano Man. Second song of the second album.
That's really impressive that you know all that.
Of course.
Granted, I could do that for Taylor Swift.
Right.
I guess it makes sense.
It's like a masterpiece.
It really is.
It's a masterpiece. Billy Joel hates it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think it's one of those cases where he's just sick of playing it, which I
Yeah.
get because he has to do it. But no, but I saw an interview where he was saying I genuinely don't think it's a good, it's not a good song.
He doesn't think it's a good song?
No, he thinks the melody is it's the same melody throughout the song. It just goes
is.
up in octaves when it gets to
But it's okay.
chorus.
That's what makes
Yeah,
it
no,
so
I'm not
memorable.
agreeing with him. I'm like, dude, that's like you're a masterpiece that you wrote. But
I genuinely think that's what makes it part of what makes it such a good song.
Yeah.
Is the fact that it's so easy to remember. I feel like it's relatable to a lot of people because he's going through every single person in this bar.
It's
He's
a true
talking
story
about-
too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He's talking about all the struggles everyone in that bar is facing, himself included, and with so many people listed and so many different occupations and personality types that he's going through, you're going to relate to one of them.
Right.
Or you're going to know someone who relates
Exactly.
to one of them.
Yeah. It's just even if you don't know somebody like the people in the song, it's just such a vivid.
Yeah.
The lyrics are so vivid, you could see it, and it's like
it's truly good storytelling.
Yeah, it's a masterpiece. I don't think it's his best song. I don't know if you do.
It's not my personal favorite of his songs.
It's not my personal favorite either, but objectively, I wouldn't say it's the best either.
What would you say is?
Because
I have an answer.
I
will say I don't.
No, I have a definite answer.
I will say that I don't know every single one of his deep cuts.
Mm-hmm. No, but this isn't a deep cut, and this is a definite hands down answer.
On three, you're gonna say it.
Okay,
one. It's the same.
It's the same.
Wait. Are you doing it on three or after three? Like 1, 2, go, or 1, 2, 3, go?
1, 2, 3. Say the name.
Okay.
But I don't actually say the name and then we say the name.
No,
it's like 1, 2, 3. Just
so if
it.
The name of it is the ABCs, it's 1, 2, 3. The
ABCs. Yes.
Got it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Vienna.
Scenes from an Italian restaurant.
That's my personal favorite. Scenes is.
That's the best. It's the best.
Maybe it's not my personal favorite. It's in the top 3.
It's the best.
It's in the top 3.
All right.
I do think that one is also very good though, because again, you get like this vivid image of everything that's
Right.
going on. It's telling not multiple stories at the same time, but the timeline is kind of wonky a little bit.
Yeah.
And I didn't completely understand it the first time I listened to it. I
Really?
feel like I mean,
I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know if it's just a story he's telling or if it's some sort of deep metaphor for like a relationship he was in or something. I don't know. But the lyrics are like brilliant.
I didn't realize at first that the couple in the Italian restaurant
Hmm.
is the same
It's Brenda.
couple he's talking
It's
about.
Brenda and Eddie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that at first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Granted, I feel like everyone learns, not everyone, but I learned this song as a kid.
I guess the story's being told from Eddie's perspective,
Yeah,
or it could be Brenda's too. I guess because there's a
it's
section
confusing
where it's like
because
I got a divorce as a matter of course we parted the closest of
mhm,
friends. But then it switched back to third person. It's like the
exactly that's what I was saying is why I didn't understand it immediately because it
yeah
switches points
yeah.
of view
I think it's genius
between
though.
first and third. I agree.
Yeah.
It's my mom's favorite song of all time.
It's one of my top 10 favorite songs of all time of anybody. Um, yeah, that's a great. Well, we were talking about Piano Man. Well, scenes from an Italian restaurant. Billy Joel listened. You ever listened to Abbey Road by the Beatles?
Mhm.
That whole album.
Not top to bottom.
Okay. Well, he listened to Abbey Road and he was like, I like what these Beatles guys are onto. And then he wrote scenes from an Italian restaurant.
Oh, like inspired by it?
It was based on yeah, because Abbey Road's the second half of Abbey Road. It's a bunch of songs, but they go into each other when
Mhm.
it's considered as side two of Abbey Road.
Got it.
And then he wrote the song like that because there's so many changes and scenes from an Italian
There
restaurant.
are. That's why
He
it's
wanted
multiple
to do that.
scenes.
That's what he yeah, exactly. That's what he wanted to that's what he based it. Anyways. Um yeah, Piano Man's a masterpiece. It's in 6/8 time.
Oh,
Mhm.
I can hear it
That's
now.
why he can sway to it. Yeah.
Could be a really slow 4/4.
Guess so. But like if you were like dancing to it, you'd be like swaying like how they do with the Yankee games.
Never been to a Yankee game.
Oh, you got to change that.
Sorry.
Change your life.
Yeah. Anyways, so I know you said scenes from an Italian restaurant was your personal favorite, or
Yeah.
your objective,
Hmm.
or you decided it's objectively his best piece.
It's in my opinion, I
Mhm.
think it's objectively his best and it's my favorite.
Got it.
So it's a 2-for-1 combo there.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I said Vienna was his objective best.
Right. That's next, right?
It is next, and
Okay.
I'm gonna say that's my second personal favorite.
I love Vienna.
It makes me sad.
It makes me sad too.
And I think that's why I like it because I love a song that I can relate to.
Hmm.
This new Taylor Swift album that just came out the other day. Obviously, I love Taylor Swift. I'm always telling you, like, yeah, these lyrics are so sad, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like a lot of the times they're not about situations I can relate to. This new album, I feel like, was very relatable to me.
Okay.
A lot of it is about or ending a relationship or coming out of a relationship just beaten down, I guess.
Right.
And I feel like I can apply that to friendships in my life.
Okay.
Or,
Mhm.
and it's like this album that came out was very easy for me to put onto my life. And I feel the same way about Vienna.
Right. Yeah.
You get a much more emotional connection to a song. And I feel like you get a much deeper understanding of a song
Mhm.
when you can put it on your life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
of course.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think it's kind of universal. I feel like everybody who listens to it feels like it relates to them in some
Of
sense.
course. And I think that's part of what makes it such a great song.
Yeah.
And I think that is what's telling of a good songwriter.
Mhm.
If you can make something specific to you, if you can make everyone that listens
But
to it
just
relate
broad
to it.
enough to make people
Mhm.
relate to it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like Taylor Swift does it a lot. This new album that I made you listen to a little bit the other day,
Mhm.
all of the lyrics are hyper specific.
Yeah.
They really
I don't
are.
love that.
I
I
know you
don't
don't.
personally.
And I don't usually either, but I don't know how she does it. I feel like in a lot of her songs, even maybe not the hugest singles, because I
Yeah.
feel like those are very just pop, general pop.
Sure.
But a lot of her deep cuts are very, very specific. Like in the song All Too Well, which is a fan favorite, she's talking about a scarf the entire time.
Mhm.
She's talking about I left my scarf at your sister's house and you still have it in your drawer even now. And then
Mm.
at the very end of the song, she's bringing back that scarf. And I don't think most people can relate to that exact sentiment of leaving a scarf at their ex's house and they still have at their ex's sister's house and they still have it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be a scarf. A
Exactly.
scarf can be anything.
It's broad enough to be like you can see, you can look into it more than
Yeah.
it just being a, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she's alluded to the scarf being a
Right.
metaphor. But regardless of
I don't
what
know
the
the
scarf
song.
actually is.
Yeah, I don't know the
Yeah,
song, but I
it's
mean,
the same
like,
thing about Vienna. I
yeah,
think.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of, you know, what Vienna waits for you means.
I had no idea.
Who knows? Maybe it's a place the character wants to go back to. Maybe
Mhm.
it's somebody. Actually, I know that Billy Joel, his parents came from, I think, from Vienna.
Did they?
Yeah, I think so. And they moved here, and then his dad went back and left him and his mom. His dad went back,
Mhm.
and then he didn't talk to his dad for years and years. He was a little kid.
Mhm.
And then eventually he went back to Vienna to finally reconnect with his dad. So maybe that's what it's
Maybe,
about.
yeah.
Billy Joel's like, oh, you know, I guess it's kind of about that. You know, he gives this
Mhm.
roundabout answer. But yeah.
Now that you say that, it does kind of sound like advice a father would give his
Mhm.
son.
Yeah.
But I kind of interpret it invokes the same feelings in me that Time by Pink Floyd does.
Yeah.
That idea of just the world never stops spinning. You're always
You're
on a
always going
countdown.
forward. Yeah. You can't
Yeah, you
stop
can't.
anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like time is always passing. It just kind of invokes that same
Yeah.
feeling in me. And I also think I was listening to that song a lot in my life at a time where I was very happy. And so it just like kind of brings a bittersweet feeling.
Mhm.
So
What's the lyric in the song? I'm trying to think. It's like one. Okay, just keep. I gotta look up the lyrics.
Okay.
There's one lyric in the song that's like one of my favorite lyrics. Like,
Of all time.
I wouldn't go that far, but not the capital of Austria. No.
I really enjoy how the melody changes at the end a little bit.
Mhm.
The rhythm changes up a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
The melody
Yeah.
changes up. And I feel like it just kind of emphasizes the point he's making.
Mhm.
And I don't exactly know how to describe how it does that, but it's just like bum bum. You know what it gives? This isn't going to make any sense to anyone who doesn't play music.
Mhm.
Think about the feeling that quarter note triplets invoke in you. Bum bum bum.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think it's quarter note triplets that he's playing there,
I
but it
don't.
gives that same feeling of ba ba ba.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It hits you.
It does. It hits you.
Yeah.
That made absolutely no sense, and I'm glad we're on the same wavelength
Well,
and
we
you
are. Yeah.
understand what I mean.
Yeah.
No one else is gonna get that.
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you find the lyric?
The one where it's
The one that you really like?
Mhm.
What is it?
It's hold on. Slow down. You're doing fine. You can't be everything you want to be before your time.
Mhm.
Although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight.
And what does that mean to you?
To me, it means like, again, like either a message to himself or a message someone's giving him,
Mhm.
saying just, you know, like, slow down. You don't have to be so ambitious.
Mhm.
Harkening back to the first line, like, you don't have to be so ambitious. Although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight, it's so like euphoric, just going for everything. You know what I mean? Just wanting to
Yeah.
go past that borderline and just go somewhere and do something. You know?
But you can slow down and just take your time with
Exactly.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to. You don't have to be in a rush to, do
Mhm.
everything you want to do.
I love Vienna,
Me too.
but my personal favorite Billy Joel song is "Sleeping with the Television On," which I actually was just introduced to by
Yeah.
you guys this year.
Yeah. That's a fun song.
I love it. It's
That's a fun album.
it really
There's not really a downer on that. There's like one
No.
maybe, but it's not. It's a very like. There's not a lot of piano on that album really either.
Mhm.
It's very guitar based, which is kind of cool for Billy Joel. But
I have absolutely no signal.
hmm.
I think it's because I changed my password for Iona, so it like logged me out of the Wi-Fi.
Oh, that happens. Yeah.
And I'm trying to change it and it's just not working. Ugh. Trying to log in. I don't know. I just love sleeping with the television on. I think it's one of those things where the lyrics are so sad, kind of.
They are. They really are.
But it's so upbeat.
Yeah.
And oh wait, it's letting me log in. Yay. Okay. Yay.
Yeah. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay. Because again, same thing. I'm trying to find a specific lyric that I'm blanking on right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna look them up too, actually.
And I really wish I was less of a thinking man and more of a fool who's not afraid of rejection.
Me too. I love that.
I adore that line. Oh, I hate this
There you go again.
I hate this mic. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's one of my favorite lyrics too.
I love that. That's like my scream sing, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's like,
I feel like
I
to
just feel like
anybody.
man up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because like what that and I know that's supposed to be in a romantic sense, but I feel like that's for literally anything. You know, I'm someone who is terrified of rejection in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I'm terrified that people are going to say no to me or give me backlash, which I shouldn't be because I feel like I take criticism really well.
Yeah, you do.
So I feel like I shouldn't be scared of that,
Yeah.
but I am. And that line always just like kind of knocks some sense into me.
Yeah.
At least in the moment.
Yeah.
And then by the time the song's done, I forget about it.
Yeah.
But it always like gives me that little kick I need to just man up and do it. And who cares what they think? Because at the end of the day, it's fine.
And more a fool
who's not afraid of rejection.
Less of a thinking man. Wow. Yeah, that's a great line. Your eyes are saying talk to me.
I don't fully understand the lyrics. I'm gonna be so honest.
I mean, I think it's
like
about...
I understand the story, but when I break down the individual lyrics, I'm like, what is he trying to say there?
Like to Diane?
Yeah, your eyes are saying talk to me.
But your attitude is don't waste my time. I think he's like someone who doesn't like them back. And he said, like, he looks into her eyes and he's so infatuated. He's like, I have to talk to her, you know, but like once, you know, if he, you know, but she doesn't like put off the vibe, the attitude of liking him back. You know what I mean?
I get,
I guess, I don't know.
I interpreted it more as like,
but you'll be sleeping with the television on.
I don't understand what sleeping with the television on has to do with anything. I will say I am someone who sleeps with the television on. I get really upset with the streaming services because when they're like, do you want to keep watching? And you don't hit yes within a certain amount of time, it just turns off.
Yeah.
And I hate that because if I wake up in the middle of the night, I want the TV to still be on.
Yeah.
So I kind of hate these little streaming services. I need to figure out how to deactivate that.
There's a way to.
I need to figure it out.
Yeah, there's a way to.
But with 1 week of classes left, I can't bring myself to care.
I forgot how I did it, but I did do it.
I know there's a huge debate kind of in the world of 70s, I guess.
Okay, hit me.
Billy Joel or Elton John? And I know your answer.
Billy Joel.
And you know my answer.
Billy Joel.
No.
Elton John?
Yes.
I mean, I can't like slander you for that, but I love Elton John.
We've talked about this, and every single time
I really thought it would be Billy Joel. I don't know. Maybe I forgot, but
I love Elton John. I love the Rocket Man movie.
I'll tell you what, Elton John, his voice is, I realize this. What?
I love it.
Me too. I love it too. But I realized this like maybe 2 months ago or whenever, like last time I was heavy into Elton John. He has a very weird voice.
He does a little bit.
He's very
good at manipulating it too.
Yeah. Like I was listening to Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, the song, which is one of my, again, top 10 song of all time for me.
Okay. You've never told me that.
It is. Yeah. It's just, I think that's just a masterpiece.
It really is.
The lyrics are like insane. But
the dogs of society.
How? Yeah.
Insane.
Mongrels who ain't got a penny.
Yeah, what is a mongrel?
Sniffing for tidbits like you on the ground.
Real deep there.
Honestly, like I get what the song means, but I can't tell you what the words in the song mean.
I get what
you know what I mean.
That's how I feel about sleeping with the television on.
Right. Yeah. But no, if you listen to what he's doing with his voice on that song, it's like he's using so many different like techniques. Like I was listening to him. It's like it's not like he sounds like I don't know. Like what other? I
When he
can't.
says goodbye yellow brick road and it goes up.
He goes like way high.
It's not even a falsetto. I don't think.
I think it is.
Is it?
I think it is. Yeah.
Like a head voice.
It's
Like,
yeah. It's more of that. But like he just like he goes from here to here to here, and
mhm.
he's doing things with
He's
his.
so talented.
I know. Like his voice is. He's one of those guys. Although his voice like deepened a lot, as
Mhm.
most do, and he's tuned down a lot of his songs. His voice just got better and better.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to him now, he sounds like
I love the Rocket Man movie. I've seen that movie
okay.
dozens of times. I love it.
Yeah, I can't say the same.
Really?
Mm.
What didn't you like about it?
Uh, I don't
I
know.
love Taron Egerton for starters.
He was good. He was
He
really good.
sounds so good, and he looks like him too,
He does.
especially in that movie. Oh my god,
I don't know.
I
I'm not
love
really a
that
musical
movie.
fan.
It's fair.
Yeah,
I
just kind of
like
took away.
the parts when it's him as an adult more than him as a kid. I feel like
Oh
when
yeah,
it's him as a
definitely.
kid, it feels like a cheesy musical.
Yeah,
But when it's him as an adult,
it's not that I thought it
it's
was cheesy. I thought it was good, but it's just like not my thing.
okay. It's
Yeah,
fair.
but what was I saying? Oh yeah, there's a video on YouTube that I'll send to you. I don't
Of
know
his
how.
voice progression or something.
No. I think it's in like 2003 or something.
Mm.
Billy Joel and Elton John are playing "Goodbye Yellow Brick Road" together, and they switch
My
verses.
parents went to
Mine
their
mine did
rival.
too.
Oh
Mine did
my
too.
god,
At Yankee
things
State, they saw them at Yankee Stadium.
really.
Yeah,
I don't know where my parents saw them.
yeah,
Probably Philly, if he played in Philly.
probably.
But I wanted to talk about Rocket Man
It's another good one.
because I know this is so basic, but like the Diamonds album,
Mhm.
the greatest hit stuff.
Mhm.
There's a reason those are his greatest hits.
Yeah, it's true.
He
It's true. There are like you know me, I'm not a hit person, even
Mhm.
when it comes to like my favorite stuff.
Mhm.
But as far as Elton John, I mean, like
there's a
it's
reason
their
those ones are good.
masterpieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that in general I agree with you that the songs people put on the radio, the big hit singles, are usually not the best songs.
No, especially if you're like a hardcore fan of something, you'll
Yeah.
obviously think there's better stuff. But
Because you're gonna be like, oh my god, it's so overrated, it's so overplayed, blah
right,
blah blah.
right.
And I think like for someone like Taylor Swift, I 100% think that's true. Like
Mhm.
you're listening to Shake It Off in 22 and We Are Never Getting Back Together, and you're gonna tell me that's her best work? No.
Yeah,
Those are meant to be catchy pop songs.
yeah,
And unfortunately that's like the public perception of her. I think for someone like Elton John though, the songs he puts forward are some of his best work.
yeah. I agree. Yeah. I
But
mean, Rocket Man's kind of hard to beat, in
it
my
really
opinion.
is.
That's a sad one too.
Yeah.
That
I
one
miss
gets me.
the earth so much. I miss
Miss
my
my wife.
wife.
It's lonely out in space.
Do you think that's about the concept of celebrity? Like being a celebrity and feeling like you're out in space because you're so
Sure, yeah,
disconnected from the world?
it can be. I think
Because
it's
Bernie, how do you say his name?
Taupin.
Toppin?
I said
Toppin?
Taupin. Yeah,
You think Bernie Toppin? He wrote that song for sure, right?
he wrote every Ellen John song.
Right? Okay.
The
Yeah, yeah.
lyrics,
Yeah, the
not
lyrics,
the
not the
music.
melody.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because even though he's clearly not as famous as Elton John,
yeah.
I feel like Elton John fans like know who he is, obviously.
Obviously, yeah,
Like
but
I follow him on Instagram.
I think the casual like hit listener,
Yeah,
wouldn't really.
like they might have heard his name
Yeah,
and
yeah,
associate them
yeah,
together.
yeah. Okay.
But I digress. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Even Bernie reached a complete new level of stardom with the popularity of Elton John. You know,
Yeah.
he has hundreds of thousands of Instagram followers. Clearly, his life changed overnight when Elton John's changed overnight.
Yeah.
And
Elton John always gave him credit too, as
yeah,
much
of
credit as he
course.
gave himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was.
They
Yeah.
were like the duo.
Yeah.
And I would assume that Bernie is kind of feeling the same way as if he was the crazy pop star,
Mhm.
in the sense that now he feels like people perceive him as like untouchable and he's just so disconnected
Yeah.
from day-to-day life now.
Mhm.
And he's going on tour and going to the studio, and maybe he's moving across the country or to a new country
Yeah.
and leaving his wife. And
Mhm.
I genuinely never thought about that. I never thought about the meaning of that song until the second. But I said it out loud. I miss my wife. And I'm like, did Elton John have a wife?
Yeah.
You know,
No.
like-
yeah. Actually, he did.
Okay.
like for a few years in the
I
80s.
think, yeah, you're definitely right.
It was just a ploy, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't,
It's weird.
yeah. But yeah, that's actually a really good theory now that I think of it.
Right? I
Yeah,
had never thought of it until
yeah.
right now.
Like I also try not to pin too much like meaning on the it depends because it's hard for Elton John and Bernie Taupin because like you can't like listen to every Elton John song and then think for some reason I can't think, oh, this song's about Bernie Taupin.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because
It's
like you
because he's
could
not the
if
one
you
singing
listen to
it,
Taylor
so
Swift, if you listen to Taylor Swift, like you could a lot of songs beside, you know, the ones that obviously aren't,
mhm.
like the personal ones are obviously about
Yeah, because she's
her.
writing her own songs. Yeah,
Right.
she's writing
And
her
like those
lyrics.
personal Elton John songs that are like really emotional. I listen to them. I'm like, all right, is Bernie Taupin writing about himself or what is he writing about? Because he's writing
Yeah.
for Elton John.
No, I so understand. And that actually kind of reminds me. So One Direction, not all of them would write on the songs. They wrote a lot of their own songs, or at least co-wrote a lot of their own songs.
Mhm.
And as the years went on, it was primarily Louis Tomlinson and Liam Payne
Right.
who were writing all the songs. So if they're writing a romance song, they're writing a song about their own life. Now there's 5 guys singing it. But
Yeah.
it's only really about 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah.
Or if they had another songwriter come in, it's this random songwriter that's writing lyrics that pertain to their life and they sell it to this band and now there's 5 random guys singing about it.
I think it just comes down to the case in terms of Elton John, where Bernie Taupin will write something, whether it's personal to him or not, and he's just writing words.
Mhm.
I think Elton John will look at a lyric and be like, because I feel like he did keep his lyrics broad enough. Because obviously, it's not like, oh, my name is Bernie Taupin and
Yeah.
I'm a sad
Like
guy.
your song, everyone has a subject of your song.
Exactly. Like that's a song you can, you know, that's not.
Yeah.
That's a great song too. I don't know what I was getting at.
Even though I've never written anyone a song, I have like everyone can relate to it. You know,
Yeah.
everyone has someone they love enough that they would write your song about them if they had the
Exactly.
talent.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Rocket Man, I think is just. I always thought it was just about really just being lonely in general.
Really?
Yeah.
Just feeling like you're out in space alone by yourself.
Yeah. Could be about, you know, being on another planet, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because they did a
high as a kite by then.
yeah they do a lot of that. They did a lot of that back then. So maybe one of them did too much. And
I mean, didn't he go to rehab?
Elton John.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Like,
You kidding me?
that was
That guy
rhetorical.
was.
I know
He
he
was
was in rehab.
crazy. But yeah. Rocket Man, 10 out of 10.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think you're really gonna like the next song.
Hit me.
Stairway to Heaven.
Oh, it's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Not like it's your favorite song of all time or anything.
Nah.
Nah.
No.
It's kind of mid.
It's kind of the greatest song ever written by
phenomenal.
anybody
It's
ever.
wonderful.
Ever.
I genuinely, it's my number 1 song on Spotify, I think.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
I genuinely think it is.
Yeah. I don't like, that song is like so, it's not a song.
It's an experience.
It's an experience. You're right.
Yeah.
It's an experience.
Stairway to Heaven.
It's more than a song.
Listening to Stairway to Heaven is an experience on its own.
Yeah. Anybody who has never, anyone who has not heard this experience before
is missing out.
Yes.
Beyond missing out.
Yes, but
they're being deprived of a crucial necessity.
that's true.
In life.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
People who have heard Stairway to Heaven and people who have not heard Stairway to Heaven are both very blessed. You know why? Because the people who have heard it have been graced by its, you know, just godly, you know, just aura.
Yeah.
You know, and it just hits you and your life is changed. But the people who haven't heard it.
Top songs of all time right here. My lifetime top tracks.
Wow.
Are you proud of me?
I'm actually very proud.
Stairway to Heaven, Time, Sleeping with the Television On, Mastermind, Taylor Swift, Hotel California, Vienna.
There you
and
go.
Then Scenes from Italian Restaurants 8.
There you go. That's good. That's solid. I was
sorry.
No,
They're
what was I
grouped
saying?
into 2 people. or
Yeah. The people who
who
have heard
listened
it
to
are super blessed because they have experienced
Yeah.
the experience.
But I feel like it's
But the people who
totally
haven't heard it have the gift of hearing it for the first time.
That's so true. But what I was gonna say is that I feel like there's such a difference between truly listening to it for the first time and hearing it on the radio and being able to hum
I
along.
totally agree.
Because that's what I was.
Yeah.
I knew what they would play on the radio sometimes and I could hum along. I knew the intro, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But when I fully listened to it, like in the right environment, I guess,
Heard the lyrics, listened to the music.
listened along because I knew it was a song you liked.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I didn't know it was your favorite song of all time at that point, but I knew you liked it.
Yeah.
And I felt like I fully just like maybe I didn't fully understand it yet, but I had that first time of like actively listening to it. That's the difference is actively
You were
listening
acting
versus
passively.
passively listening.
Yeah. It's
And
like the
when I
SATs.
exactly. And when I actively listened to it for the first time, it was monumental.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Megan Nolan mentioned me in the group me.
Magnolia?
Oh, okay, that's fine.
What was I getting at? Oh, Stairway to Heaven. My favorite guitar solo of all time. I think it's the best. That and Comfortably Numb are the best. I mean, I don't know even where to start, really. I mean, it's kind of just like, what would you say? Why do you like it?
Why do I like it?
Yeah.
I really like the way that it feels like you're listening to 3 separate songs at once,
Yeah.
but at the same time it's cohesive.
Yeah.
Because you listen to Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, and I definitely understand what you're saying about how
there's many changes.
There are many changes, and it doesn't sound like the same song.
No. Yeah.
When you listen to the beginning of Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, it doesn't sound anything like Things Are Okay With Me These Days.
Right.
It completely
Yeah.
changes.
Yeah.
And Stairway to Heaven, it does completely change. I'd be lying if I said it didn't, but somehow you're listening to the same song.
Right. Yeah.
I don't even know exactly what it is, but it has something still tying it together.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing I really like about it, when I first started listening to Led Zeppelin, per your request, you were sending me songs that you thought I might enjoy.
True.
It took me a little bit to get into it. I wasn't used to hearing
the voice. You didn't like. You didn't like Robert Plant's voice.
I didn't like the screaming. It took me because he screams. He screeches a little bit.
Yeah. You know? Yeah.
I enjoy it now. Don't get me wrong. But at first, it was so different from anything that I was used to. I had to acquire the taste for it,
right?
Or acquire the sound. I guess I don't know.
Sure.
It was definitely something I acquired.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at first.
Mm-hmm.
What I really liked about Stairway to Heaven was that it was normal singing right off the bat.
True.
And it was melodic. It was pretty.
And there is some, he goes at it at the end.
He definitely does.
But it builds up to that point.
It does.
Yeah.
It's progressive. So at the very beginning, it's like 3 separate songs. At the very beginning, before the percussion comes in, it's just nice and melodic. And it doesn't go on too long to the point that it gets boring. As soon as you're kind of like, okay, like I'm kind of sick of this, it comes in with the percussion.
Yeah.
And I'm a drummer, and I just think that the drumming in this song is so good.
It's phenomenal.
It's very unique.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very interesting drum beat.
It's the timing of when it comes in. It's just perfect.
It took me so long to get that down when I was learning how to play it on kit.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can do it now. Usually, It's been a few months since I did it. Granted, but it took me so long to really get down that timing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes it so impressive because he does it so effortlessly, and then it has that crazy fill at the end.
Yeah.
And then they totally switch it up again. Maybe it's even 4 songs if you count the guitar solo as a separate like sub song.
I do, yeah.
So I guess 4 songs. Then you got this crazy guitar solo that it flows seamlessly from when he's singing with the drums.
Jimmy Page.
Right into the guitar solo.
Yeah.
And then the guitar solo leads right into the end, which is very intense.
Yeah.
It's got like the screeching, I guess, which I actually didn't even dislike the first time I heard it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
That was my yearbook quote.
Really? What was it?
When all are one and one is all, to be a rock and not to roll.
I'm not even gonna lie, like I can barely tell what he's saying, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of my that is my favorite lyric of all time.
Really?
Yeah. Favorite lyric, favorite guitar solo, favorite song.
It's really good.
Masterpiece.
But I will say, I think Stairway to Heaven is my favorite. Like, I really do think it's my favorite. I also thoroughly enjoy Achilles' Last Stand.
Oh my God.
That is my favorite song to play on the drums,
I was
other
just
than
gonna
One of
say.
These Nights by the Eagles.
Yeah. Can you get through that whole song?
One of These Nights?
No.
Achilles' Last Stand?
Yeah.
I know every part individually. I don't know that I've ever actually played along with the whole thing.
Yeah, because it's like 10 and a half minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it when I get home. I have
It's
my
like
kit set up.
yeah.
I'm going to do it.
I feel like it'd be like sprinting.
It is. It's so
And
fast.
it's 10 minutes. I mean, like that's a stamina. That's a test of stamina.
But there are a few times where it's really not that much.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah. Like during that
just a bunch of
guitar
crashes.
or the
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
such
reminds me of
so
Mars,
cool.
the Bringer of War. Do you
Really?
know
By
that?
who's that? Strauss?
Holst.
Holst. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think of
it
that
does.
every time
Yeah,
I
I
hear
can
it.
see that.
And I also really like Kashmir.
Can't not like Kashmir.
And When the Levee Breaks.
That's Led Zeppelin's favorite Led Zeppelin song.
Really?
Mhm.
I don't blame them. It's so good.
Yeah.
I used to love like when you would just play the live version on YouTube. You're just sitting there. I'm like half asleep, and you're just.
It's all chromatic too. Not a whole step in there.
What's really funny is I play that song a lot in the car when I'm with my friends at home.
Yeah.
And I always hum the instrumentals because I'm gonna be so honest, I can't tell what he's saying.
Okay.
And my best friend, her name's Isabel, and she always tells me, "You're the only person I've ever met who sings the instrumentals
I do that too all the time.
The lyrics."
I'll sing the guitar solos.
Yeah.
People are like, "What's wrong with you?"
I think what's telling of a good song is when you can
do that.
sing the instrumentals.
Yeah.
Like Wildest Dreams by Taylor Swift.
Okay. Never had the pleasure, but okay.
You've definitely heard that song.
Okay. But like, yeah, no, that's how I judge guitar players. I'm like, if I could hum your guitar solo,
then
like that's a great guitar player.
Agreed.
In my opinion. That's why I don't like really fast, like those like guys that just like I can't.
It needs to have some.
Yeah,
don't just
some
be a
feel.
show off. Have
feel.
some musicality to it.
Yeah.
And then the very last song that I had on this list was Sultans of Swing.
It's one of my favorite bands. Song. I love the Dire Straits. Yeah. Mark Knopfler is a great guitar player.
Oh, he is. He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoy a lot of their songs. Yeah. And I like I don't know much of his music, but I really like Boom Like That.
Oh yeah. He has great solo stuff. It's kind of like it's just the same voice, but he's just and same like guitar solos.
It's so guitar playing similar.
But he kind of mellows down a little bit too. I think you like a lot of his.
I need to listen to more of it. I really do.
Yeah.
But I thoroughly enjoy Sultans of Swing. I know it's a basic answer.
No, it's great.
It's probably my favorite.
One of my favorite guitar solos ever.
I
think it's one of the best.
Love the drumming in that song as well. I can't even do it.
Yeah.
The hi-hat work is
jazzy,
too intricate for me.
It's pretty jazzy, yeah.
The hi-hat is so hard on that song. Granted, I'm not like the best drummer ever.
No, it's hard to play in guitar too.
Really?
Yeah. He plays with his fingers. I play with a pick, so the rhythm of how he uses his fingers is very tricky. But yeah, I love that song.
Me too.
It's a true story too. That one's a true story.
Oh, wasn't he in I read about this. He was like in a bar in New Orleans or something. Oh, no.
He was in a pub in like England and he was watching this band that was so terrible, apparently. They were like a jazz band that was so bad. And they had the audacity to call themselves the Sultans of Swing.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
I love Money for Nothing.
You kidding me?
The storyline behind that song is so funny to me.
That's a good meaning. There's a good meaning behind that one too.
There is. Because at the end of the day, like they're kind of right. Why are you just a celebrity and you get your money for doing nothing and you get your chicks for free?
Exactly.
When there are people out here laboring.
Yeah, doing hard work. Yeah.
That's something I disagree with is how rich musicians become.
I agree too.
Obviously being a musician is hard. Obviously you deserve the credit for the work you put into mastering your craft and for the fact that it's your intellectual property, especially if you're writing your own songs. Like that's your intellectual property. You deserve to be compensated for that.
Yeah.
But there's no reason that like Taylor Swift, and I love Taylor Swift, obviously, she doesn't need to be a billionaire when almost all of the she doesn't have a beauty line. Like Rihanna's a billionaire because she has Fenty Beauty. That's what made her a millionaire.
Right. Yeah.
Fenty Beauty is great, by the way. 10 out of 10.
Okay. Can't
But
relate.
I have a skin tint. I'll give it to you.
You'll give me the skin
Yeah, I
tint?
will.
All right. Thank you. I
But-
appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah.
But Taylor Swift, almost all of her money, or I don't want to say her money because obviously she doesn't have $1 billion sitting in a bank account, but her wealth comes from almost entirely her songs, her merch,
Mhm.
which is directly related to her songs, of course,
Mhm.
and her tours.
Right.
This tour is what made her a billionaire. And obviously she's putting in crazy amounts of work to doing all this. She her set list is 3 hours long,
Yeah.
and for 6 months leading up to the tour, she would sing the entire 3-hour set list while running on a treadmill. So she put in crazy work
Wow.
for this tour, for these albums.
Hmm.
But there is no reason that she needs to be a billionaire for that.
No.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's people doing much harder stuff.
There really are,
every
and
day.
much more important things.
Every day. Yeah.
Like, why do people in the military make like nothing?
Why do the teachers make nothing?
Yeah, why do teachers make nothing?
Yeah.
Teachers are the foundation of society.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they make
Thank
nothing.
You. Yeah.
And then you have football players.
Baseball players.
Didn't that Japanese baseball player, I forget his name.
Otani.
Yes, I don't really know that much about baseball. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. He signed like a $700 million contract or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Why do you need $700 million to hit a ball and run?
You don't. You don't need it.
No.
Yeah.
There are so many more people doing so many more important things.
I know.
Okay. Anyways,
It's a shame.
I
But
think there's someone using the studio after us.
okay. Yeah.
So
Okay.
hopefully I have footage in there that I can use.
Yeah.
Bye.
No, that was a very terrible goodbye.
I don't care.
All right.
I literally couldn't care less. I don't want to be doing this show.
All right.